Hello, my fellow flawless, limitless, sexy, sassy, saucy HBICs. How are you on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all? I hope you're all doing fabulous. I hope you're all choosing to be the versions of yourself that have exactly what you want. I hope you are. If you're new here, how you doing? I'm Kimberly, and I'm obsessed with getting what I want. I'm obsessed with manifestation, and if you are too, why don't you subscribe and come back and see me? I would love for you to let me know in the comments below that you subscribe so I get to know who my new friends are. I would really appreciate that. If you would like to work with me in any way, shape, or form. If you would like to contact me in any way, shape, or form. All of that information is in the drop box below. All ways to communicate with me or work with me, like one-on-one coaching or emergency coaching. Drop box below. I also have 3 amazing channel memberships that I would love for you to join, specifically the VIP Advanced Manifestors group. That's the group that gives you access to all of my channel memberships, as well as the recordings of all the previous, previous meetings. We meet on Zoom for all the channel memberships, just saying. The Advanced Manifestors is also the only group that we will do random private YouTube live streams. Private YouTube live streams. When I talk about the Advanced Manifestors, I'm calling them that because that's the group where we deep dive manifestation, where we are going to read all the books, study all the lectures, and deepen our knowledge and understanding and perspectives around manifestation. A, to deepen the knowledge. B, to get us to the place where we don't have to shit ourselves when the 3D doesn't look exactly the way we think it should look while we're manifesting, so we can come to the understanding of knowing that everything really is unfolding to your manifestation, bringing it to you. Literally, it is. However, I also have the exclusive lives group where we judge in that group. That's all we do. We talk about success stories and tips and tricks. We don't want your circumstances. It is a very lively, encouraging, judge-filled group. If you don't know what judge is uplifting, getting you excited about what you're manifesting, because we have every damn week, we have multiple people sharing successes, absolute success stories, successful movement. It's a good group. That's the group to come to if you need some encouragement. That's the group to join, just saying. Again, if you're in the Advanced Manifestors group, you have access to the exclusive lives, just saying. I also have the hot seat group where we go live and you get the opportunity to get into that hot seat and ask me anything you want about your circumstances. That group does come with a trigger warning because we talk circumstances. And if you join that group, you do have access to the exclusive lives as well. It's like a trickle down effect, right? Okay. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Clapper, I'm Manifesting with Kimberly on all those platforms. And I also have another YouTube channel called Kimberly's Other Life. And if you want to join me over there and hang out with me outside of just manifestation talk, come on over and be my friend over there. And thank you to all of you, 1,000 of you or more, right? I'm past that 2,000 mark. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for joining me. And hey, makes me feel good you want to hang out with me outside of this. I like having new friends, right? Anyway, I'm going to shut up and get to the topic. First and foremost, if you're new to the manifestation community, law of attraction, law of assumption, it doesn't really matter. If you're new to it, you have heard that word, subconscious mind, I'm sure. And as a newbie, I'm sure there's a part of you that in some way is afraid of your subconscious mind, and you probably think it's ruining your life, especially if you haven't manifested what you specifically want yet. This video is, I hope, the video you're going to watch that's going to make you instantly not afraid of your subconscious mind anymore, okay? I hope that's how you walk away from this video. You see, this community tends to talk about the subconscious mind in a sense that it must be reprogrammed. It must be rewired. And it's not that the people who talk about rewiring and reprogramming are necessarily wrong. But you see, the bottom line here is what you believe to be true will be true for you. So because of that, those who believe you have to reprogram, they are going to experience evidence in their 3D reality that they are right. But here, I want you to know that you are shifting through states of consciousness all the time. And you tend to land back into a dwelling state. The only thing you really ever should be concerning yourself with is, who do you believe you are? What state are you embodying? Or what version of self are you today? Because you are manifesting from your state. I would like to dispel your fear around the subconscious mind. You see, because we're taught that the subconscious mind is what is projecting out into 3D reality. And it's not necessarily wrong. But changing your subconscious mind or convincing it to give you what you want is not as difficult as it can feel like or how it can sound. Your conscious mind runs the subconscious mind. I know it doesn't feel that way, and I know that sounds like it's the opposite of what we're taught here, but let me read you something. The husband is head of the wife, Ephesians 5. May not be true of man and women in their earthly relationship, but it is true of the conscious and the subconscious, or the male and female aspects of consciousness. The mystery to which Paul referred when he wrote, "This is a great mystery. He that loveth his wife loveth himself, and they two shall be one flesh," is simply the mystery of consciousness. Consciousness is really one and undivided. Are you hearing me? Consciousness is one and undivided. But for creation's sake, it appears to be divided into two. The conscious objective or male aspect truly is the head and dominates the subconscious subjective or the female aspect. However, this leadership is not that of a tyrant, but of the lover. So by assuming the feeling that would be yours, were you already in possession of your objective, the subconscious is moved to build the exact likeness of your assumption. Your desires are not subconsciously accepted until you assume the feeling of their reality. For only through feeling is an idea subconsciously accepted. And only through this subconscious acceptance is it ever expressed. Now, that was from Neville Goddard. So he's looked at as the granddaddy of the law of assumption. And even he spoke out that the conscious mind, which is the male aspect, like from the Bible, that male rules the female. Now, we know that's not true in day-to-day life, or at least we women don't accept that part. I'm just saying. I'm not trying to talk about physical 3D shit. I'm talking about the actually undivided consciousness. The undivided. Please, I hope you're hearing me really pointing that part out. It's undivided. It is not separate. It really is one. But we, as humans, break it down another level. Subconscious and conscious. And your conscious mind is the head of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is being trained at all times. So that subconscious might be what's showing out into 3D or projecting out like a movie projector. But it's the conscious mind that's running the damn show. But we're taught really the opposite. And I want you to know that it wasn't just Neville Goddard who pointed that out. I believe Ernest Holmes did as well, as I'm sure countless others. These are the two that are on my mind right now. You see, we're in such fear of getting our subconscious mind to do what we want, to agree with us. And there's so many techniques out there to help get your subconscious mind to listen. But that's because you are thinking of yourself, your day-to-day, hour by hour, moment by moment thinking brain, your waking hours brain, what you're thinking and perceiving and watching me through right now. We think of that, me talking, I'm talking from my conscious mind, is powerless. When in fact, it's in charge. When I finally accepted that and understood that, I stopped really doing any type of forced techniques. I don't do anything unless I feel like it and it feels good. I don't force myself to do a structured program of manifestation techniques. I make a decision. I tell myself who I am. The big thing is I don't start looking out here for its evidence. Because the moment my conscious mind makes the decision, I am my new self. New self means to me, just me. Well, it can mean it to you too if you want it to. But for me, it means I'm the me that has everything I'm desiring or everything I'm manifesting. It's who I want to be. It's who I choose to be. Consciously choose. And because I claim that with conviction, as if I'm the boss, because I am the boss, my subconscious listens accordingly. And it's why I'm in the relationship I'm in. It's why my other areas of life look pretty damn decent. I make a decision because I know that what I say goes. Your conscious mind is listening to you too. Meaning what you're thinking about, what you're deciding for yourself, your subconscious is listening. But you see, we get into places of doubting, maybe because of who we used to be, or the version of self we're trying to step away from, or a state of consciousness. We think that because we've had life experiences where we didn't get what we wanted, that it almost sounds way too good to be true or too easy to just say or claim you are a version of yourself. And that is because of 3D world conditioning. You are conditioned. That subconscious mind is conditioned the moment you take your first breath. And for some of us, we've got a lot of unconditioning to do. But that doesn't have to mean long, linear time unconditioning. It just means today is the moment you decide you are who you want to be. And like me, you just decide that every single thing you're experiencing is a part of the evidence of you getting what you want. Now, if that feels like a stretch, then you can look at it as you are becoming that version of yourself. That's okay. That's working too. You're so powerful right now in this moment. But through doubt and fears, we question that. It's because we're thinking something logically. We're probably judging our 3D logically. That's why I say on my channel, logic is not your bestie unless you're using logic to your benefit. if you could start the habit of dropping the habit of looking out into the 3D to see if you see anything yet. See, that's a version of yourself that you don't want to be either. That's the version of you that's waiting on your manifestation. You want to stop doing that. You don't have to wait on anything. The moment you make the decision that you are a version of yourself, and you make it especially with conviction, you can be rest assured that whatever you're seeing in 3D is leading you to that outcome, meaning you're already in that reality. You're not waiting to get there. You are there. And every single thing you're experiencing is a part of you and your manifestation, even if that doesn't make logical sense. And it doesn't have to make logical sense for it to be true. See, the idea is to break the habit of thinking about your life, your reality, like you used to before you knew about manifestation. So we are not limited by what we see or don't see in the 3D. We are not limited to it. We might not have the understanding of how, let's say, a breakup is leading you to being in the love relationship with the person that just broke up with you. Doesn't have to make logical sense. But it's still bringing you to what you want if you're choosing that version of yourself. So if you've been the person who's afraid that your subconscious mind is holding on to a belief and ruining your life, that's because you believe that. And for some of us in our early days of manifesting, a lot of the new concepts that you're hearing probably do sound too good to be true. That's okay. You won't always feel that way. This is why I say don't ever give up. You keep persisting. But I'm telling you, the sooner you detach from what's going on in your 3D, especially if it's something that's upsetting you, the sooner we detach from it and go back to making the decision that you are your new self and allowing yourself to imagine life as the way you want it. So for example, if you're manifesting money, an idea here would be imagining your life where you can just easily pay your bills and still go shopping for all the fun things you want to shop for. And that life is finally safe and secure. You're totally free to do what you want financially. Imagine that. Think about that. That's not wishful thinking. That's you. Anytime you're in your imagination, that's you going to that reality. And the more often you're utilizing your imagination to your benefit, the quicker things change out here. Because we are not bound by linear time. I know we feel like we are. But we can argue this all day long. Everything is now. Everything. You're manifesting a specific person right now, in this moment, is a version of you that's in the relationship. You only want to manifest that person because a reality exists where you already have it. So this is never a question on whether you can have what you're manifesting. Of course you can. You wouldn't think of it if it didn't already exist. The point of this video is to get you to the place of not being afraid that your subconscious is working against you. It's not. Not if you decide it's not. What you believe to be true will be true. So just like Neville Goddard said, the conscious, objective, or male aspect truly is the head and dominates the subconscious, subjective, or female aspect. And again, me reading that sentence is not to have anybody lose their shit that he used those words. Okay, we're not talking 3D bullshit with women and men. We're talking about consciousness. So It's the conscious mind that rules, dominates the subconscious. Now, Neville referred to, the feeling of it, how much you believe it's true. Don't worry if you don't believe anything you're deciding for yourself right now in this moment. I didn't either. I didn't instantly believe I was new self. It's the repetition that will naturally bring your belief that you are that new self. And trust me, if you're doing it with repetition, you're going to get evidence in the 3D that you are that self. And I don't mean for you to go looking for it. It will come on its own. Our days for searching for evidence should be done. We don't need to do that. It will happily, easily be given to us because that repetition of you being new self, you choosing to be the you that has it, your 3D world has to reflect. Remember that. Your conscious thought, your conscious decision is what is dominating. The conscious mind dominates the subconscious mind. So we have nothing to fear here. In fact, we have plenty of time of thinking about all the things we want to experience, and we get to happily know that we're going to experience them. If we're imagining them, they already exist. Excuse me. If we're thinking about them and we imagine them, oh, it's not a question. It's going to happen. And I feel so cocky confident over my statements that why don't you let me know when you get your evidence? Come back and let me know in the comment section below, because I know it's going to happen for you. If you keep choosing to be the version of yourself that has your desire, if you stick with it and you don't let 3D tell you who you are, right? You don't need circumstances out here to tell you that you are your new self. You just keep choosing it. Don't you worry. It will reflect it. Mark my words. So stop stressing yourself over finding the right reprogramming technique. And instead, just start thinking. Thinking who you want to be. Which version of yourself. Because they all exist. And they're all available to you right now in this moment. I've done this before, but let's do it again. Let's end the video with you being new self. Wherever you are, if you can, shut your eyes. Turn off any other things that might distract you, if you can. And wherever you are, see yourself with your eyes closed, right? We're sitting still. See yourself walking out the front door to the outside from wherever you are. If you've walked through the door and you are now outside, look, there's a beautiful purple door standing in front of you. Open it and walk through. Immediately in front of you now are infinite versions of you. This is the infinity room. There are infinite versions of you. You see them all. They're all there. They're all your face. It's all you. Pick the one that's standing out to you. Maybe the one that's standing out to you is glittery and is emanating beautiful sparkles. Walk over to that version of you. When you've walked over to the version of yourself that you're choosing, reach out. And what you notice is you're able to grab what looks like a jacket off that version of you. Put that jacket on. Once you've found the version of yourself you're choosing, reach out to touch that version of you. And you immediately feel it being placed all over you like a jumpsuit. You've stepped into it. It's zipped up. You feel the energy of your new self. You feel the energy shift. Now, turn around. walk back through the door. Now you're back outside, walk through the front door of wherever you are and go back to the room you're currently sitting in. Open your eyes. You are your new self. That's all it takes. That was you becoming new self. Now, go out, enjoy your life, living as your new self, and you can be rest assured that every single thing you're experiencing from this point on is a part of that new reality and therefore must be a part of your manifestation. Now, if you find yourself double thinking or wavering, double-mindedness, you must have went back and put your old suit back on, the old version of you. You need to make the decision to go back to the new self that you've chosen. So go back the same way. You could replay this part of the video, but honestly, all you have to do is tell yourself, nope, I am new self. And that is enough to get that magical version back on. All it takes is your conscious decision. And you will get evidence that you are that new self. It will happen. It will happen. So on that note, I'll see you tomorrow.